We're going to start with a song called The Ploughboy. Ken, will you put your hand up? Ken is there. This is Ken's song. When we come into the world, we function in the world, we take left and right very much for granted. We see the world out there, you know there's a left side, we know there's a right side, and we navigate it. This is a song about what happens when one of those sides goes wrong. When I first heard about this, the notion that the idea of leftness could vanish was an astounding notion. How can there be no left when the space we have is so understandable in terms of left and right, forwards and backwards? But stroke can affect that radically and fundamentally. Ken was a ploughboy when he was younger, to the age of 14, and he drove these horses, and he described to us how he would shout at these horses, "Hoff, hey, hoff, hey," and this would mean left and right, because the horses tended to veer to the left or the right. This is a song about that veering to left and right of the horses when he was a boy of 14, but also when his stroke struck a few years back and he started veering to the left while driving.
You have two horses, then they have chains on.
Yeah.
The name for them is back ropes. And that's hooked onto what they call a swingle tree. And there's two swingle trees, one for each horse, and then there's what they call a swingle tree attached to the plough, and also to those two things that the horses pull, so they're pulling evenly. But sometimes a horse will still go right or left, and that's where you have to all huff and he.
So what does huff and he mean?
Left and right.
So do they know the meaning of that?
Well, usually when you're calling huff, you give the rein a wee tug. And when they get that wee tug, they know they're wrong.
Huff he, 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 huff along the straight and narrow. Huff, 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 hee, harrow. Steaming horses lifting left away from true. Huff, huff, hee. Sweating, veering to the left the whole day through. Ploughboy, ploughboy. Freezing fingers grip the handles of the what does a teenage ploughboy know? Huff, 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 hee, harrow. Shouting, hey, Prince Nora, haul a little to the right. Huff, hee. Hold a straight line, hold the reins tight. Ploughboy, ploughboy. A lifetime later, he will come to care for his darling, dying wife. Store manager becomes carer at the other end of life. He is struck down by a stroke.
Got up on Saturday morning, I couldn't see, I couldn't stand, stroke. I think it was worry. Because I'd spent 2.5 years and I spent a full month up in the City Hospital in Belfast with her.
Left side and blurred vision compound his days of grieving. when he's driving a car that he's drifting to the left. If they take his car away, he will be utterly bereft. Curved tires and lost hubcaps, the plowboy is in danger. When they ask him for his license, he feels pain and anger. The plowboy doesn't take this loss of freedom lying down. He recalls the fields of Eglinton before he moved to town. Shouting, hey Bob, Nora, haul a little to the right. Hold a straight line, help me win the prize. Plowboy, plowboy. The plowboy gets his license back once more, he's free to drive. Recalling long gone horses, he is once again alive. When the left side betrays you, the left side world is gone. Hard to make left right again, make right at what was wrong. Plowboy, 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 plowboy.
So that's Ken's song.
I'd like to be a ploughman, and when my work is done, I'd lead my horses homeward and ride the biggest one. Among a clinking harness, among a clinking chains, I sit astride old Bob and grip him by his reins.